right, everybody, to those of you just joining us, we have Valley-wide news, breaking news and events here and across the valley. Just to give you a quick update as far as we know it right now. Quite a number of roads are blocked off here in Mesa. Maricopa County Sheriff's Office are looking for an armed suspect. Bear with me just a moment. We're just getting on scene. Just to let everybody know, a lot of roads are shut down. Perimeter has been set up on the search for an armed suspect. We're right off of Ellsworth and McKeillips. We're off of Ellsworth and McKeillips. Actually, I think, bear with me, that we got off actually. Yeah, we're on McKeillips and Ellsworth. McKeillips and McDowell and a bunch of other areas, all within that search area, is currently shut down. We apologize for the wind. It is a little windy out here, but again, all we know is that there was some kind of accident. I don't know if it was a police chase at this time. We're trying to get details, but right by the bridge, just west of where we are, some kind of incident happened with Maricopa County Sheriff's Office, and then a search for an armed suspect began. We know that several police agencies are on scene. Maricopa County Sheriffs, we've got MESA and other units from other departments on the search for, once again, an armed suspect. So if you're in the area, people are asking, or the police rather, are asking people to stay inside, lock the doors, lock their cars, as they search currently for an armed suspect. Stand by just a few minutes. If you know anybody in the area, please, we're on Facebook, YouTube, and X, Valley-wide News. Share this out to anybody you know in the area. And of course, please lock your doors and be safe out there. Stand by just a few minutes while we finish getting set up here. Just to also give you an update, from what we're seeing, and this is the second helicopter. I don't know if it was one of the news stations before, but just to give you an update, there is a helicopter currently circling in the area just south of McKeillips and west of Ellsworth. South of McKeillips and west of Ellsworth is where the concentrated area of the search appears to be. Which, you know, doesn't mean 100%, but once again, just so you know, police are looking for an armed suspect, and we are off of Ellsworth and McKeillips. Everything west of McKeillips and Ellsworth is shut down. I don't know how far it comes back this way on the other end, but it's quite a number of roads are shut down. So if you're in the area or you're getting a notification from Facebook or YouTube or even X from Valley-wide News, we appreciate you joining us. And once again, police rather, are on the lookout for an armed suspect in the area. They're asking residents to please stay inside, lock your doors. If you're driving in the area or you live in the area, you're definitely being asked to stay inside at this time. Once again, the search for an armed suspect continues at this time. And just as we said, they were on the south end. Now it appears to be, from what we can gather, it looks like it's a Maricopa County Sheriff's helicopter circling the area. So probably the most important thing to get out of this is if you live in that area, which is gated community, as we understand it, on the other side of Ellsworth and McKeillips, on the west side. Please do us a favor, lock your doors. Share this out if you know anybody in this area. We're in Mesa, and the search for an armed suspect is underway. So we need everybody to be extremely careful and watchful. If you see anybody acting suspicious, we're trying to get a detail on exactly what the description is of the suspect that is on the loose. And once we do, we'll pass it along to you. But if you see anything suspicious or anything, you're probably best to call 911, just so everybody knows. All right, everyone, please like, share, and subscribe. We're on our Valley-wide news, breaking news and events here and across the valley. Currently on the scene of a armed suspect who is currently on the loose. They have not apprehended the suspect at this time. As we understand it, we're right off of a lot of roads, I should say, are shut off. You can hear helicopters in the air on the search for this suspect. If you live in the area, anywhere between Ellsworth and McKeillips, and west, you're being asked to stay inside at this time. Lock your doors. Once again, unfortunately, and I wish we had more information as to where the suspect may have taken off. There was some kind of crash by the bridge, as we know it, which is west of where we are, and with that, some type of search and pursuit of the suspect began. We don't know if he shot at somebody. There's 2 vehicles involved. We don't know if it was a road rage type incident at this time or anything, so we don't want to speculate. It seems like the Maricopa County Sheriff's, it looks like that's their helicopter. We're trying to get a zoom in as hard as possible to see what that is, whether that's a news station or stand by, or the sheriff's office. We're going to assume at this time it's a sheriff's office, helicopter in the air. Once again, a search for an armed suspect is underway. Anybody in this area driving or living in this area, including off the side roads just outside the perimeter area, you're definitely urged to make sure your car doors are locked as a armed suspect is on the loose. We are on just east of Ellsworth and McKeillips here in Mesa, Arizona. So once again, if you know anybody in this area, we're live here on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Please share this out. Let's keep everybody as safe as possible. Several police agencies are currently on scene, including Maricopa County Sheriff and MESA, all searching for the armed suspect. Now, we can say, just from being here on the scene, that police or the helicopters were circling at some point, and now they've kind of positioned just north of McKeillips in the kind of the middle there, just off of Ellsworth. So we don't know if that means something. Obviously, again, if you know the area and you live in this area, you're urged to lock your doors and stay inside at this time. Everybody, if you support independent media, which we are, we appreciate if you can like, share, and subscribe. But once again, Valley-wide news, breaking news and events here and across the valley, all around the valley, and most of Arizona, as a matter of fact. Please like, share, and subscribe. We truly appreciate it. Hello? All right, once again, those of you just joining us, we are here live in Mesa, Arizona. Just to give everybody up to speed, those of you just joining us, we're on Facebook, YouTube, and on X. We are currently live on the scene just east of Ellsworth and McKeillips. Everything west of west of McKeillips is currently a perimeter set up. We're not sure exactly how far that perimeter goes, but we have heard a lot of police stationed on McDowell and other areas. McDowell and HAWES and others. Also, a large perimeter has been set up. Just to give you an idea, we have an armed suspect who is on the loose. Some kind of issue happened right by the bridge, close to, just east of where we are, at McKeillips and HAWES. And from what we could see from other news helicopters before we got on scene was two vehicles. One crashed off to the side of the road. Whatever happened in that, whether it be road rage or something, we're not sure. We're not going to speculate. But as we know it, a pursuit of the suspect then was started. The person has taken off on foot and is currently somewhere in this perimeter on the loose. Once again, an armed suspect on the loose. If you live in this area and you're anywhere east of Ellsworth, off of McKeillips, in the neighborhoods in this area, you're asked to lock your doors, stay inside, and be extremely careful if you see anything suspicious or out of the ordinary. With possibly the suspect in your area, you're asked to call 911. Don't engage the suspect, obviously. Once again, a number of police agencies are also on scene. From what we can see so far, and I know there's more, but we're seeing Maricopa County Sheriffs, who was the originator on this stop. We're also seeing Mesa Police Department. All right, everybody, and just to bring you up to speed, we're now currently also on Citizen Live. Everybody in the area, we've had several people pull up to us asking what is going on. So, those of you unaware of the situation at hand right now, there's an armed suspect on the loose in the area of McKeillips and HAWES, all the way down to where we are. The roads are blocked off and police searching for this armed suspect. And we are off of Ellsworth and McKeillips. Just to give you an idea, we have seen the police helicopter on scene. That's assuming what we're looking at right now up in the sky. It was circling at this time. It is concentrated, just so you know, it's concentrated on the north side of McKeillips and Ellsworth, currently where we are, somewhere in the middle there. So if you live in the neighborhood in that area, and unfortunately I cannot see the exact neighborhood, but if you are anywhere west of Ellsworth and north on McKeillips, off of McKeillips, in that neighborhood, you're asked to stay inside and please lock your doors. Armed suspect currently on the loose at this time, and once we get more information, we'll bring it to you. We're live. In the meantime, stay tuned. Share this out to everybody you know in the area, Facebook, YouTube, and X. All right, everybody, we're live currently on Citizen, and those of you joining us on Citizen, to bring you up to speed, we're also on Facebook, YouTube, and on X. We are on the scene of a armed suspect who is currently on the loose. He has not been apprehended, so we want everybody to know that. Anybody living in the area of Ellsworth, West, all the way to HAWES, and beyond, we're off of MCKEILLIPS and Ellsworth, but the entire area is a perimeter currently for police officers, helicopters in the air on the search for an armed suspect, once again, who is on the loose currently. So if you live in this area, you're urged to lock your doors and stay inside. If you don't have to go anywhere, it's best that you stay exactly where you are until this suspect is apprehended. So unfortunately, he has not been apprehended as far as we know, and once again, still on the loose is a armed suspect here in Mesa, and a large perimeter has been established and will be for quite some time, obviously, until they locate the suspect. From what we saw earlier, there was some kind of crash right by the bridge there on HAWES and MCKEILLIPS. What it was, what happened, what led to that, we're not sure. We're going to try and get those details. But just so you know, something after that, whether it was a pursuit, a short pursuit, or whatever, all we know is that there was two vehicles that were crashed over by the bridge on MCKEILLIPS and HAWES. It was at that point that the suspect got out of the vehicle and fled on foot, and is currently being searched for in the area of Ellsworth and MCKEILLIPS all the way to HAWES and MCKEILLIPS, and north and south quite a few blocks. So anybody living in the area, once again, it's an urgent situation. Please share this out with anybody you know in the area. Lock your doors. If you're in your vehicle, make sure your vehicle doors are locked as they search for this suspect. Everybody joining us on Citizen, we truly appreciate it. If you want a larger view than this square version here on Citizen, we're currently on Valleywide News at Facebook, YouTube, and also on X. We'd love for you to like, share, and subscribe on all these platforms. It helps us out. We're independent media, and we truly appreciate it. All right, everybody, bear with us. What we're going to do, we're on a tripod, and we're going to try and make our stay live with you guys and bring our equipment closer to Ellsworth and McKeillips at this time. So stand by just a few moments. Just so everybody knows, we're trying to assess if we'll get a better view if we move closer. We're seeing some things going on with police, MESA police currently at this time, so we're just trying to assess exactly what's going on. Stand by, everybody. Those of you joining us on Facebook, YouTube, and X, we truly appreciate it. We're also live currently on Citizen. Quite a number of you watching on Citizen. If you're in the area of HAWES and McKeillips, west all the way to Ellsworth and McKeillips, north and south a little bit. There is currently a perimeter set up. Armed suspect is on the loose somewhere in this area. That's all the details we have right now. Several police agencies are currently on scene, including Maricopa County Sheriff's Office. We've seen Mesa Police Department and others are here to assist. So again, we are currently just west of McKeillips and Ellsworth, and an armed suspect is on the loose in the area. People living north and south of the area are asked to stay inside, lock your doors, and be safe while the search for this suspect continues. All right, everyone. We know it's repetitive, and we do apologize in advance for that, but to those of you actually just joining us right now, to bring you up to speed, we're currently on the scene. A number of police agencies currently searching for an armed suspect. The armed suspect is somewhere on the loose here between Ellsworth and McKellips, north and south by a few blocks, as well all the way west to HAWES and McKellips. The incident originated somewhere in the area of McKellips and HAWES. What we can see is a vehicle, two vehicles from what we were able to see earlier from a drone shot just by the bridge there. What started that incident, or whether it was a police pursuit, short pursuit, or whatever, we're not sure at this time. We're trying to get those answers. But just so you know, more importantly, if you live in the area, you're urged to stay inside, lock your doors. If you're driving in the area or attempting to leave your neighborhood and it's not currently blocked off, do us a favor, turn around and go home if you can. It's best to be safe. The area between Ellsworth and McKellips, all the way to HAWES and McKellips, is currently a perimeter shut going around the entire area. We've heard HAWES or in the area of HAWES and McDowell and so on. So it's quite an extensive perimeter set up to try and apprehend the suspect. Again, an armed suspect is on the loose. So if you live in these neighborhoods, you're asked to stay inside, lock your doors, make sure everything is locked. He is currently on foot in the area. If you're driving in the area or headed to the highway and you're able to make it there, make sure your car doors are locked. At this point, you never know what the suspect may do to try and get away. And police are currently still searching for him. We're here in Mesa, Arizona. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and on X. We're currently also streaming on Citizen. So do us a favor, like, share, and subscribe. If you know anybody in the area, please share this on their Facebook or to them on YouTube. We're trying to monitor the situation to see if there's any change in posture from the police officers, and currently, as you can see, hang on, we lost sight of it while we were talking. I apologize about that. But we have helicopter, it looks like Maricopa County Sheriff's Department in the air, also searching for the suspect. Please be very cautious. If you see anything out of the ordinary, what looks like could be the suspect, please call 911. We want everybody to be as safe as possible. And again, they are searching for this suspect. A large perimeter is established. Anybody living in the neighborhood, and I'm going to try and zoom in on it to see exactly what the neighborhood is. I don't know if I can. Anybody in what appears to be Mountain Bridge. If you live in the Mountain Bridge neighborhood, gated community, but at this point with an armed suspect on foot, that part means nothing. So do us a favor, if you live in the neighborhood, currently what we just said, I believe it's Mountain Bridge. Anybody on Facebook or YouTube, correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody living in this neighborhood currently right now, it's extremely important for you to lock your doors and stay inside. We mean this with all honesty. There's an armed suspect and police helicopters searching in this area. A little while ago, they were searching just south of McKellips and Ellsworth in that neighborhood. They have now shifted their attention currently to the neighborhood in the area of Mountain Bridge. We're currently off of Ellsworth and McKellips. So anybody in this area, you're urged to lock your doors and stay inside. I can't stress that enough. This neighborhood that you're looking at, please be extremely cautious. The suspect is more than likely and appears to be in this area, or at least that's where they're looking for. A lot of areas are blocked off. Several police agencies also on scene. Mesa Police Department, Maricopa County Sheriffs, and others are assisting on the hunt for this armed suspect. We are Valley-wide News, breaking news and events here and across the valley. We ask that you like, share, and subscribe. We're independent media. All the subscribing and likes and everything, believe it or not, does help us and keeps us going here. The helicopter is currently circulating and hovering, and has been for quite some time in the Mountain Bridge neighborhood area, above the Mountain Bridge neighborhood. It's currently right behind the trees. Once again, more importantly than anything, other than the fact that we're unfortunately have to cover this out here, we're asking everybody be safe as possible. Stay indoors, lock your home, make sure all your doors and windows are closed and locked. If you're planning on going anywhere in your vehicle, now probably is not the time. More than likely as well, you won't be able to get out of the neighborhood, but just to be safe, better stick around until they actually apprehend the suspect. So Ellsworth and McKeillips, west, all the way to HAWES and McKeillips, and then several blocks north and several blocks south are all blocked off currently at this time. There's basically there was a crash, as I understand it, somewhere by the bridge.
Just hardcore or what?
There's an armed suspect who's on the loose in that neighborhood.
No shit.
So ran on foot, whatever happened, which is obviously shit. On foot.
So how do they know he hasn't left?
I don't. All I know is it was something with whatever happened on the bridge was like a crash. So at that point, they must have been concerned.
Is he like shooting at cops and shit?
Don't have any details on all that yet. It's still
You just know there was a crash and he took off with a gun.
He took off with a gun.
Damn, dude.
So it looks like they were over that way before, and now they're back to sitting over that way.
That's hardcore, bro.
Yes.
Good luck. You get some good footy. Yeah, right.
All right, everybody joining us on Citizen. We're live on Citizen. We're live on Facebook. We're live on X, formerly known as Twitter, as well as YouTube. Please be safe. Lock your doors if you're in the Mountain Bridge neighborhood. Currently, that's where the police are drawing their attention. Stand by. And so we urge you, if you live in the Mountain Bridge area, Mountain Bridge community, just off of Ellsworth and McKeillips, all the way over to HAWES and McKeillips, several blocks north and several blocks south. The entire area is currently blocked off. There is an armed suspect on the loose. That's all the details we have right now. We don't know what led up to the foot pursuit at this time and search for the suspect, but we're doing our best to get the details for you. Live in the Mountain Bridge neighborhood. Lock your doors and stay inside. If you're planning on trying to leave the neighborhood of Mountain Bridge, more than likely you're not going to be able to, but being the fact that they are concentrated in that neighborhood and that community, stay inside. Do not try and venture out. You will be turned around anyway by police. The entire area has a perimeter surrounding it while they search for the suspect. At this time, the suspect has not been apprehended. Once again, the suspect has not been apprehended. Please lock your doors and stay inside. Share this out to anybody you know on Facebook, YouTube, and on X. We apologize for the wind. It's quite a windy day. Quite a bit of wind today, so we apologize for the wind noise. But just so everybody knows, we're honestly asking, obviously, if you live in the Mountain Bridge neighborhood, we are seeing that the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office has left. We don't know if that helicopter is going to refuel or what, but what we can tell you is currently, as it stands, and we're not going to, unless we hear something different, we are off of East McKeillips Road. The incident occurred or started at somewhere in the vicinity of East McKeillips Road and North HAWES here in Mesa, Arizona. Again, whatever it was that started this, we're not sure, so we don't want to speculate. What we do want to say is that there were two vehicles involved somewhere by the bridge. After that, whatever happened, police then began a pursuit of this individual. They got out and were running on foot. Police were concentrated on the area of Mountain Bridge community. So if you are in the area, lock your doors, stay inside until everything is clear and the suspect is apprehended. An armed suspect on the loose. We appreciate everybody on Citizen. Unfortunately, it's extremely bright out here and we're having a hard time seeing any of your comments. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Please like, share, and subscribe. You can also subscribe to us on Citizen, where we go live from time to time on incidents like this. Live breaking news and events here and across the valley in Arizona, Valley-wide news. We appreciate you joining us and we appreciate your support of independent media. How's it going? As far as I know, everything's still fluid. Some kind of incident, two cars, but it was right by the bridge. Got out. So it's like there's somewhere. Okay, I wondered this. I come up here about 3 hours. And this was like this. I'm a photographer. I got down by the river. Yeah, horses. I come back. This is still going on. The helicopter was here for a while. Okay. I know the chopper just went down. Set down inside this year compound. Oh, okay. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Well, no word on it. I got it. Too. But, I mean, obviously, it's bad because you have to. Besides, they won't be able to too far. I know he went on foot by the bridge. What station? This is actually independent. Okay. Okay. All right. Hey, thanks for your work, man. Be safe. Thank you, you too. Yeah. All right. All right, so that was another concerned citizen that pulled over. I don't know if you were able to hear some of the parts, but a lot of people still in this area do not know what is going on other than the roads being blocked off. So hopefully we are giving you some kind of important updates. That's our goal. Armed suspect. Currently, I don't want to say he's 100% or he or she is in 100% in the Mountain Bridge neighborhood or community. However, we do know just before the helicopter left, they were circling and hovering quite a bit in the over the Mountain Bridge community in that area. We're off of Ellsworth and McKeillips here in Mesa. All the way to HAWES and McKeillips, the roads are blocked. North and south, you have perimeters set up to search for the suspect. Some kind of incident happened by the bridge over on HAWES and McKeillips. That's all we know in that respect. 2 vehicles involved, whether it was a pursuit of some kind or something, person not stopping. It was initially a stop by the Maricopa County Sheriff's Department. They could have been even searching for this particular vehicle. All we know is 2 vehicles would look like were in an accident in that area. From that moment on, obviously he must have brandished a weapon at police officers, in which that point he or she took off into either the neighborhood north or south, south being 100%, actually north, 100% being the Mountain Bridge neighborhood. So we just want everybody to be careful, stay inside, lock your doors while they search. While they search for the armed suspect currently on the loose somewhere in that vicinity. Again, if you know anybody in that area, we're urged to let them know either by sharing on their Facebook or sharing our video on YouTube. Armed suspect currently still on the loose. We haven't heard anything change. Police are still having a massive perimeter set up. Mesa Police Department, Maricopa County Sheriffs, and other agencies on scene currently. Please share this out, like, and subscribe. We're also currently on Citizen Live, so those of you joining us, the incident is still going on. Nothing has been cleared from what we've understood or heard. We haven't heard anything, so we're still keeping that posture to keep everybody, until there's something different or police start to make a different posture, to stay inside, lock your doors, don't attempt to drive out of your neighborhood if you're in that area, Mountain Bridge community, because more than likely you're going to get turned around, because every area is completely on perimeter and being blocked off by police officers while they search for the suspect. So it's safest to stay inside, because he could be anywhere at this time, and it's better to be safe. Please like, share, and subscribe. We truly appreciate everyone. We're staying live more normal, longer than normal, because of this fluidity of this situation, and we want to make sure everybody in the area of this, where we are, Mountain Bridge and so on, Ellsworth and McKeillips, all the way to HAWES and beyond, north and south as well, that everybody is aware of exactly what's going on. So if you're seeing this either live or before or after, rather after, please share this out. Thank you to everyone joining us currently on Citizen. We truly appreciate it. Share this out, obviously, to anybody you know in the area. I know I have my mic muted on our social media channels, but our front mic is currently active. All right, everybody. We're getting quite a few people on Citizen asking this question, how to find us on Facebook and YouTube. Just search on Facebook or YouTube, Valleywide News, all one word, Valleywide News, all one word, or Valleywide space news. You should be able to find us. We're currently live on Facebook, YouTube, as well as X. X is Valleywide_news, Valleywide_news on X. For YouTube and Facebook, just search Valleywide News. You'll see our logo. And please like and share and subscribe as well. We appreciate everything. And without you guys, honestly, we wouldn't be able to do this kind of thing. So to bring everybody up to speed, and I know I've mentioned it a number of times throughout our entire broadcast, but we have people that are just joining us on all platforms. And so we try and repeat it every few minutes to make people understand exactly what's going on and bring you up to speed. So you know, there is an armed suspect. Straight away, there's an armed suspect on the loose. We haven't got word or confirmation nor change in police posture at this time that anything has changed. So we want to keep everybody up to speed unless we hear something different. The armed suspect is on the loose. Some kind of incident happened with two vehicles. I don't know if he crashed into another vehicle, short pursuit, or whatever the case may be. However, we're going to find those details out. Just off of MCKEILLIPS and HAWES, by the bridge there was an accident. At that point, whatever led up to it, we're not sure. We're going to figure it out. However, that person exited the vehicle and fled on foot, armed with a weapon. That could have been what originally was the call, and they were searching for the vehicle of an armed suspect. Could have been a robbery or something. We're not sure. Again, we'll find those details out. But we do know that people in the Mountain Bridge neighborhood, which is where a lot of the focus was for quite some time, at least 30 minutes earlier, Mountain Bridge, right off of McKellips and Ellsworth, and west. If you're in that neighborhood, we're asked to please lock your doors and stay inside. We can't stress that enough. The suspect is armed and he's on the loose and on foot, probably becoming desperate as we speak, trying to find a place to hide and or a vehicle to hijack a vehicle or carjack a vehicle. So we just want everybody to be safe, period. If you're in that neighborhood, either north or south, Mountain Bridge, north, south, again, a large perimeter set up all around this area, all the way to HAWES, and then north and south. We're hearing people that stopped us saying there's roads blocked off all the way to Signal Butte, and we understand officers are as well on McDowell in that area. So please stay inside if you're in this neighborhood until the coast is clear, until they capture this suspect. We want everybody to be safe. If you know anybody in the area here in Mesa, please like, share, and subscribe. Again, those of you joining us on Citizen, if you want a better view, a nice wider view, not much to see, unfortunately. We can't get any closer, and again, north and south, quite a bit is blocked off. We were going to put our drone up and take you live there, but the wind is too strong, and so it's not safe to do so. So like, share, subscribe. Facebook, Valleywide News. YouTube, same thing, Valleywide News. Search for us. On X, we're at Valleywide_news. right, everybody. So, also, just so you know, everybody joining us, Citizen, we're going to mute our microphone. We're staying here on scene. We're live right now on Ellsworth and McKeillips. Armed suspect still on the loose. We're going to mute our microphone for the broadcast. We are still here live. We're going to search some things and see if we have any updates. We're going to try and turn on the scanner as well in our vehicle and see what's going on and see if we have any updates. Obviously, we don't want to keep you if you're locked in your house in the Mountain Ridge neighborhood. We don't want to keep you there longer than you have to be. But we are urging everybody in that neighborhood and the neighborhoods north, south, east, and west to stay inside at this time while they search for the suspect.
What's going by here?
So everybody's asking. Basically, there's somebody armed, an armed suspect on the roof somewhere in that down here. That's all I know. I heard earlier that something that went on. There was some kind of accident. I don't know what. The car was right on the bridge. Phillips and HAWES.
We came in that way. We couldn't get through.
Yeah. They got an entire perimeter all the way to McDowell,
Yeah.
Signal Butte, and all the way over. So, unfortunately, at least yeah. Well, the helicopter, I don't know if it went to South Maricopa County. I don't know if they went through or what, but they were hovering over that mountain bridge.
Well, you be safe. 'Cause
I
you're
will.
sitting out here.
Thank you.
Bye.
Take care. All right, so we don't want to compromise anything the police are doing by all means, but we just want to bring you up to speed. We're noticing some more Mesa Police Department vehicles on the, and forgive me, sometimes I get twisted around north and south, but ultimately north off of McKeillips here, just east of Ellsworth. Just east of Ellsworth, there are police. So it seems like that perimeter has spread out a little bit. A number of police officers in the wooded area in this located once again northeast of Ellsworth and McKeillips, northeast of McKeillips and Ellsworth. We see several police marked units in that area. Looks like they might be blocking off people going into that location. Again, anywhere in this vicinity, quite honestly, because it seems as though with them spreading out that the suspect may be further or closer than they suspect. Once again, a massive perimeter is in effect currently from all the way as far as we know, from we've hearing from the concerned citizens that are asking what's going on. All the way Signal Butte and Ellsworth, all the way over to HAWES, and north all the way to McDowell. Police officers have a massive perimeter set up searching for an armed suspect who had some kind of confrontation by the bridge over at HAWES and McKeillips. So everyone in the area, if you live in this area, you're urged to stay inside, lock your doors if you're at home. If you're headed in this area, you live in the Mountain Bridge neighborhood, more than likely you're not going to be able to get home at this time, unfortunately. Those of you living in that community, north and south, you're asked to stay inside, lock your doors, and be safe. Try not to venture out. More than likely you'll be turned around. A lot of roads are blocked off while they search for the suspect. Massive perimeter set up. So be as patient as possible. If you know anybody in this area, please do us a favor, like, share, and subscribe. Those of you joining us on Citizen, if you want a more wide view, we're shooting in HD. We're live on Facebook and YouTube at Valleywide News. Just search for us, subscribe on YouTube, and if you can, like and follow us on Facebook. We're We're also on X, Valleywide_news. Search for us, and you can subscribe there as well. Wherever you are comfortable subscribing on social media, it would be truly appreciated. Those of you on Citizen, you can subscribe to us there as well. Right now, we're not monitoring any of our social media. We do have somebody back at the studio monitoring chat on certain platforms for us. We do apologize. It's extremely sunny out here, so it's hard to see any of the chat. And we are a one-man band out here, other than the person back at the base to feed any kind of questions you may have. Stand by, everybody, while we see if there's any updates. All right, so we just want to bring you up to speed. We have some information here, and another good reason why we didn't put our drone in the air. So the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office is requesting, and this was actually as of an hour ago, that all media drones be grounded at this time. This is a law enforcement operation, and all media please ground all drones. So, in fact, we were going to go live with our drone, and I'm very happy that we did. A lot of the reason is obviously it could compromise things going on with police searching, as well as interfering with, more than likely it's interference with the Maricopa County Sheriff's helicopter. Now, we honestly hope that that's not the reason that the Maricopa County Sheriff's helicopter left. We understand they did land somewhere. Several people said that they landed. Just so everybody knows, anybody that is in the area and you have a drone, it is urgent that you do not fly your drone, other than the fact that it's extremely windy. But a lot of times people want to be curious and fly their drone, as well as us. We could have had a great shot using our drone, but the problem is that helicopters, police helicopters especially, are hovering extremely low to search for the suspect who is armed. And people flying a drone will cause that helicopter to be forced to land, and obviously compromising any kind of search going on for the suspect. So anybody, whether that's media or citizens, if you're trying to fly your drone to be curious of what's going on, you're asked to land that drone for everyone's safety, that is. It's extremely unsafe for the helicopter, especially with this wind. If you lose the drone, or the drone has a flyaway, it could likely fly into that helicopter and cause the helicopter to crash. So again, hopefully it wasn't, obviously it was an issue, because the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office did put out, approximately an hour ago, the sergeant put out that all media drones land immediately and ground all drones at this time. So that is the reason for it. Very dangerous for the helicopter. Again, if you're in the Mountain Bridge neighborhood or community, north or south, east or west of Ellsworth and HAWES, you're asked to stay inside and be safe. It is obviously a very fluid situation. Armed suspects still currently on the loose, being pursued. We haven't seen anything but the helicopter land, and no change in posture by the police, MESA Police Department, and Maricopa County Sheriff. All right, so we have our social media microphone muted, and that's on purpose. We don't want to talk too loud. Those of you on Citizen, this is for you. We appreciate you joining us. If you know anybody, obviously, in the area, I'm sure you're getting these alerts. A number of police agencies currently on scene. If you'd like to see a larger view here on those of you on Citizen, please search for us on Valleywide News, all one word or separated, on YouTube or Facebook. We're currently live. If you're on X, we're Valleywide_news. We're independent media. We truly appreciate it. And just so everybody knows, we did see other media at the location here. They have also left. Not sure if they're searching for other places to get video, but we wanted to stay here and see exactly what's going on. Keep you in the loop. We're doing a longer than normal live feed, and honestly the reason for that is until we see a change in posture from the police on scene, both Maricopa County and the MESA Police Department, as well as other agencies, we're going to continue to bring you this live feed. At times it may go quiet. However, at this time we don't want to change anything unless we hear otherwise, that the armed suspect who is on the loose is actually captured. And that way we'll feel comfortable and we'll cut our live. So again, if you know anybody in the area, please stay inside, lock your doors, don't try and venture out in a vehicle. Those of you attempting to put your drone in the air, also do not do that. We're not sure if that's the reason the sheriff's helicopter left or went to refuel. But I know that it was bad enough that about an hour ago, the Maricopa County Sheriff's Department put out a tweet saying that all media drones and civilian drones are asked to land and ground their drone at this time because of the fact the helicopter was circling at such a low altitude looking for a suspect who is armed and in the neighborhood and the area around here. So if you have a drone, keep it grounded at this time. I know it's curiosity. Believe me, we are just as curious. We have a drone and we were going to put it up and go live to it as well. And we kept ours grounded from the beginning because we did see several helicopters at the time we arrived. Be safe and self-conscious and aware of your surroundings. Until we get an all clear, we want to stay live with you here. Again, so far we've had a number of concerned citizens who live in the neighborhood, in the area around here, still unaware of exactly what's going on. So we want to keep everybody as informed as possible and let you know. As of right now, nothing has changed. There is an armed suspect who had some kind of incident off of HAWES and MCKEILLIPS. That person then fled on foot, armed, into the surrounding area. A search has been underway for quite some time, at least 2 hours, if not more, going on 3 hours, for this armed suspect. A large portion is still a perimeter blocked off. We are hearing from citizens that did stop from us all the way down to Signal Butte and as far north as McDowell. So if you can avoid the area, do so. A lot of police units and agencies still on scene searching for an armed suspect. We're Valleywide News, breaking news and events, independent media across Arizona on Facebook, YouTube, and X, as well as Citizen Live right now. All right, so we're getting quite a few questions. It looks like we're getting this relayed to us. So those of you on Citizen asking if there's any lockdowns. We haven't heard of any. We haven't seen anybody posting either on Twitter or any police agencies posting that there is any kind of school lockdowns. However, I would presume if they're in that vicinity that I mentioned earlier, in between McKeillips and Ellsworth, as well as the perimeter areas, we're seeing school buses. Just so everybody knows, I don't know what schools they are, but we are seeing smaller school buses just east of Ellsworth, leaving the area where we did see a police officer who is on the scene there, but there are quite a bit of buses leaving. So I'm going to say that more than likely, if the school is anywhere east of Ellsworth, that there is no lockdowns from what I could see. I'd obviously urged everybody that has children in school in this area to do yourself a favor and contact the school directly to verify and make sure whether any kind of lockdowns and any kind of procedures are in place to either either in place to pick up your child or a meeting area, or if those children, if there is any kind of lockdowns, if they're being bused to another location safe for parents to pick up. Again, if you have any children in schools anywhere in this area, I would definitely urge you to call the school and find out if there's anything going on as far as school release and or a meeting area for buses to pick up students and so on. We don't see any kind of posts, those of you asking on Citizen, of any kind of lockdowns. Definitely assuming that there would have to be, considering the fact that at least in the area of Ellsworth, west to HAWES and north and south by quite a bit, there are perimeters set up searching for the armed suspect. So again, it could be, if there is any school in that area that is currently in session, could be lockdowns in that area. Again, I'm seeing small school buses. I don't know what grade or school that might be, but east of Ellsworth and McKeillips, there is small buses leaving the area. So again, if you have a child in school anywhere in this area, you're urged to call the school and find out more details to see if there's any kind of procedure or meeting area for parents and to pick up your students. I can tell you there's still a heavy police presence, a number of police vehicles unmarked and marked, both Maricopa County Sheriff's and MESA Police Department, as well as other agencies that are standby. Just so everybody knows, we have somebody back at the studio that is trying to get some updates for us as well. We understand there is a elementary school. I see, okay, so just to give everybody an update, this might be the school we're talking about. I'm seeing a lot of cars headed in that direction, which looks like a pickup line. So again, that'll be east of Ellsworth and McKeillips. It looks like a line of parents possibly picking up their students at what could be the elementary. By all means, we are hearing that there is a lockdown on a school. Now, hopefully it was sent to me correctly. Forgive me if it is incorrect. I'm definitely not going to try. Zaharis Elementary is on lockdown from what we're understanding. Zaharis Elementary School is on lockdown. So there is an elementary school on lockdown. Again, I'm seeing people, what looks to be in a school pickup line. Let me see. We have our vehicle on as well, just so everybody knows, to try and hear our scanners and see if there's any kind of updates that we can bring to you. We have a large amount of people watching us right now on Citizen. If you want a better view and you have Facebook or YouTube, more than welcome to jump over there and watch us on Facebook or YouTube at Valleywide News, or on X at Valleywide_news. Again, it looks like there is where we said there was a police officer east of Ellsworth. It looks like that is a school pickup line. We have buses coming. If you are even in the line right now, it would probably be best if you're in that school pickup line that I'm seeing. There's a number of vehicles in that area. School buses are coming. I would urge you to try and call the school even while you're waiting in line to see if there's any kind of changes, or having you meet somewhere else to pick up your child. Like I said, that line is starting to build up, so we want everybody to be informed. If you have children anywhere in this area and in the schools and there's the lockdowns, please call the school to find out if there's an alternative way or a meeting location to pick up your child. Again, we haven't seen any change in police posture. The only thing that has changed is a police helicopter left earlier. We understand that still at this time there is a armed suspect on the loose. We haven't heard any change. We haven't seen any changes on the Twitter for the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office or Mesa Police Department. Again, if you are those waiting in line, headed to pick up your child east of Ellsworth and McKeillips, I would say to try and call the school to see if there's any kind of, because the line is building up. So I just want to make sure that it is safe for everybody to go and pick up your child at this time. Let me see if we can turn the camera and give you an idea. Like I said, there are a number of buses leaving this area. So I just want to make sure that you are not standing in this line and in fact you have to go somewhere else to pick up your child. So again, those of you on Citizen and Facebook and YouTube as well as X, we're live right now. I'm pointing our camera currently at a school pickup line is what it looks like, because that line is picking up. I don't know if that school is on lockdown of any kind. Due to the location of where everything is blocked off and the perimeter is set up, that very well could be. I just don't want parents to be stuck in that line only to find out that they've changed locations where to pick up your child. So I would urge you, if you're in that area and in that pickup line that we're showing right now for your student, to call the school and find out if there is any kind of plan in place, or if they're allowing parents to pick up their children. The last thing I want you to do is people to sit in that line all this time only to find out they've moved locations to pick up your child, or they're having a meeting area, which sometimes happens in situations like this. Once again, we're on the scene, McKeillips and Ellsworth, all the way to HAWES, north and south, all from Signal Butte all the way to McDowell. We have a large perimeter, large police presence, and an armed suspect who is still, until we hear different, currently on the loose. There was some kind of situation with two vehicles, whether it was a pursuit or whatever, we're not sure, but that there was some kind of vehicle crash, and as we understand it, a person fled on foot, armed. Again, a large perimeter and police presence. If you're in this line, please do us a favor and be safe and call the school. Make sure that everything is okay for you to be in the line and pick up your child at this time. Again, only so we don't waste your time if there's any kind of changes. Please like, share, and subscribe here on Citizen. If you want to join us, we're on Facebook, YouTube, and X. You can also subscribe to us if you'd like on Citizen. Those of you living in the area, anywhere in the housing area, in between Ellsworth and McKeillips, all the way over to HAWES and beyond, north and south, you're asked to stay inside and lock your doors. Don't try and venture out on a vehicle. If you have anywhere to go, please try and postpone it until the all clear is given. Again, there is an armed suspect on the loose, and we have not heard or seen anything of change whether they've caught the suspect or not. We're monitoring everything to see if that changes, as well as our scanners. We apologize for that quick pan. We know that's a little nauseating when we make a quick pan like that, but again, police on the scene, heavy police presence, and again, I'm seeing that line building up. By all means, if it's safe, and it could be, and that's why everybody's still coming to the location, it could be definitely safe for you to pick up your child, and we urge you to do so. Obviously, we want everybody to be as safe as possible. You live in the area, be cautious, be aware of your surroundings. Armed suspect currently on the loose. Again, I haven't seen any kind of change in police presence. All roads are still blocked off from what we could see at this time. So please be safe and avoid the area if you can. I'm going to try and monitor Facebook chat at this time. We have somebody monitoring our citizen chat. So here's what we could say. I am going to try and find out for sure, but just so everybody knows, it looks like now several police vehicles, Maricopa County sheriffs, have left the area. They have eastbound traffic, it looks like, finally open. Eastbound traffic is currently open on MCKEILLIPS. It looks like only westbound. It looks like. Okay, so just so everybody knows, and I apologize, everything is still pretty fluid. We're listening and monitoring our scanner as well. From what we're hearing on the scanner, I can only assume that they're still looking for the suspect. The current scanner traffic is that they saw somebody that possibly resembled or looked like the suspect, and another unit replied that that is not the suspect that they're looking for. So even though some vehicles are leaving this area where we're currently at, we're going to say that the suspect is still on the loose. We're trying to get an idea for everybody watching us, a large amount watching us on Citizen, who, by the way, we truly appreciate it. If you're on Citizen and you'd like to watch a larger view on your phone, horizontal, however you want, we're on Facebook and YouTube. Just search for Valleywide News. We're also on X, currently live. And it looks like a lot of parents are picking up their students at the school just east of Ellsworth. We're going to try and do our best. We're going to listen to the scanner, so forgive us. We're on scene here at Ellsworth and MCKEILLIPS. As far as I know, even though some police have left the area, it's likely that they're shifting their focus somewhere else. And as much as we'd like to move somewhere else, it's almost guaranteed that we're not going to be able to get very far. So we're going to stay right where we're at. If we hear anything on the scanner of a focus of area, we'll let everybody know. I can tell you that going west on MCKEILLIPS is currently still shut down. Coming east, it looks like they've opened traffic. Not sure how far that goes east. I apologize, west. Eastbound traffic is currently open. We're seeing vehicles coming that way. There is no lane blockage. We did see quite a few Maricopa County Sheriff's Office heading south on Ellsworth. So again, more than likely they've shifted their focus somewhere other than where we're at. Either way, the bottom line is that there is an armed suspect somewhere in the area. Wherever that is, he's on foot, he or she is on foot and still on the loose. So we're urging everybody to be as safe as possible. Keep your doors locked at your house. If you can avoid going anywhere at this time, by all means do so. We see a lot of parents picking up their children behind us. That's great news. Just be safe and avoid, make sure your car doors are locked wherever you're going. Because again, we haven't heard anything. All it is that they're shifting their focus in a different location. So we're asking everybody to stay safe. We're going to stay here on the scene until we hear that either there's an all clear or exactly what's going on with the suspect who is armed and on the loose. Also, I said it before and I want to point it out again, even though there's currently no helicopters in the area, it's urged that everybody with a drone, including media, which we have a drone, we're not putting it in the air. One, because it's extremely windy, 25-mile-an-hour winds in our location. Even though our drone can handle it, we're trying to keep it grounded. Maricopa County Sheriff's Office has requested, as of about an hour ago, to keep drones grounded at this time. So any curiosity seekers with drones, try and keep those drones out of the air. That's also for the safety if a helicopter does come back. They were hovering at a low altitude searching for the suspect, and our only hope is that they didn't land because of all the drones in the area. I have seen that before. Drones flying in the area, media drones and so on. It's extremely dangerous, especially with this wind, for a drone to be flying in the area, especially if there's any kind of accident or faulty drone and the flyaway, which does happen. It could potentially cause a crash with the helicopter. So they are usually forced to land, if anything, when they see drones like that. To those of you that are picking up, on, whether you're on Citizen or on Facebook, YouTube, or X, we see a lot of parents going to pick up their child at the school just east of Ellsworth off of MCKEILLIPS, the large pickup line. We can tell you that there was at no time any of the perimeter search in the area of that school. Obviously, if there was a lockdown, or still is, it was a precautionary measure. All the focus was west of Ellsworth and MCKEILLIPS, and north and south, all from McDowell all the way to Signal Butte. So, in fact, if there's any schools, and I apologize, I am not aware if there is anybody or any schools in that area between Ellsworth and HAWES and north and south and in between. If so, more than likely there is a school lockdown. It looks like at this time, so everybody knows, that the focus has shifted from where we are. Although we're going to stay here and stay live with you until we hear some kind of something different or anything that might have changed as far as the armed suspect who is on the loose. So we will do our best to see if we can stay on location, bring you as much as we can. We have our scanner playing now in our vehicle. If we hear anything different or any kind of changes, we will definitely let you know. We did hear as about 10 minutes ago that police are still searching because a police officer mentioned that is not their suspect, only to assume that they are still looking for him, and somebody matching the description of the suspect, but later finding out that that is not the suspect. So I can only assume that suspect is still on the loose. And again, a lot of police officers driving north and south of our location here off of Ellsworth and McKeillips. If you're attempting to go west on McKeillips in the vicinity of Ellsworth, it is still blocked off. It looks like traffic is now moving, coming east on McKeillips by Ellsworth. How far back that goes, we're not sure. Where they have opened things up, again, it's unclear. We are still on scene here just east of Ellsworth and McKeillips, and again, one police officer currently blocking. Other units did leave Maricopa County Sheriff's and head in a different direction. Whether that more than likely means that their focus has shifted somewhere else, and as soon as we try and, without compromising any search for the suspect, we will try and bring it to you. Once again, we're live here on the scene, Valley-wide news, breaking news and events here and across the valley, across Arizona, live on Facebook, YouTube, and on X, as well as live on Citizen. All right, so just to bring everybody up to a little more speed, as you can see, let me zoom out. Those two vehicles, those are two, one unmarked and one Maricopa County Sheriff. I can tell you this right now, even though we see one or two police officers that left the area, a lot of police presence still on scene. Again, north, south, east, and west. Obviously, a lot of parents on their way to pick up their kids. We are asking everybody to still be safe. We have a large police presence still happening. Police still searching for this armed suspect. I could tell you that with the large perimeter, as quickly as they had it set up, more than likely this person that is armed and on foot is in a pretty tight area, and again, police looking for him. So if you live in the area of Mountain Bridge community and surrounding areas, it's best that you stay inside if you can. Lock your doors. That's the most important. Lock your doors and close your windows. Even though it's a beautiful day, nice breeze going on, but currently unsafe to keep your windows open. Large police presence, large perimeter set up. Again, those of you just joining us, east and west, north and south. We're off of Ellsworth and McKeillips, all the way to Signal Butte, in the opposite direction, all the way to McDowell, and as far over as HAWES, which is HAWES and McKeillips, which is where the incident started. That whole area is still a perimeter set up, searching for an armed suspect. We haven't heard anything different. We're listening to the scanners and monitoring as closely as possible. Until we hear different, we're staying as long as we can and as long as our battery will last, which a couple more hours. So, if you're in the area, please be cautious and be aware. Be aware of yourself and your surroundings. If you're in your vehicle, make sure your vehicle is locked. If you live in the area, make sure your doors are locked. Police searching for an armed suspect. Obviously a dangerous and very fluid situation still going on right now. A lot of police activity still moving in and out. We want everybody to be safe, so that's why we're doing a longer than normal broadcast here on Citizen Facebook, YouTube, and also X. Until we hear different or our batteries die, we're going to stay here with you. And try and keep you up to speed as far as exactly what's going on, and hopefully they capture the suspect soon.
Those of you joining us on Citizen, we apologize for the heavy wind noise. You could definitely turn your volume down if that is happening. Winds are quite gusty out here, so again, we do apologize.
All right, so we want to give everybody across Citizen who's watching us, several hundred watching on Citizen app. If you want to watch a larger view, we encourage you to go to our Facebook, YouTube, or X page. We're currently live on all 3 platforms. We got quite a bit of a better zoom. Not much to see, unfortunately, except for the fact that a perimeter is still set up. To bring everybody up to speed, those of you just joining us, we have a long broadcast, so I want to bring everybody just joining us and those who have been here only a few minutes. There was an incident about 2 hours ago, possibly even longer, just off of McKeillips and HAWES Road by the bridge. Whatever that situation was, there's more police, Maricopa County Sheriffs coming into view. Whatever happened by that bridge, we know there's 2 vehicles. We know one of them is the suspect vehicle. We can also tell you that the suspect fled on foot. That suspect is armed. The suspect, again, is armed and on foot. And a large perimeter has been set up for some time. Apologize for that pause. We're just listening to our scanners. We want to bring you updates as soon as we hear them. But again, a large perimeter, as of about 2.5 hours ago, was set up off of McKeillips and HAWES, all the way as far as Ellsworth. It looks like traffic is currently flowing, which it was not earlier, is currently flowing east on McKeillips. We don't know how far in that goes. But I can tell you that a large perimeter going north and south, some citizens stopped us and let us know that as far as Signal Butte, all the way to McDowell, a large perimeter was set up searching for this armed suspect. I can tell you right now that more activity, more police officers are currently coming on scene and moving in and around the area, going both north and south. The large pickup line for the people picking up their students at the school that is east of Ellsworth on McKeillips, it looks like that line is currently down, and thankfully it looks like a lot of the parents are getting their children. That's great news. Anybody or any schools that are in the area that I mentioned, I don't know what kind of procedure is being set up, whether it is to bus the students out if there is a school in that area, or schools. And that would be in between Ellsworth and HAWES on McKeillips, north and south, again where the perimeter looking for the suspect is. So if that is the case and there is a school in that area, and I apologize, I'm not 100% if there is or not, but if there is, I would urge you parents to call the school and see if there's any alternative procedure on picking up your kids, or your kids being let out and bussed out. And that is requested best way to do that. Or if you follow anything, I'm sure that parents are getting texted on their phones about any kind of lockdowns or procedures. Once again, you can see quite a bit still of police moving in and out of the neighborhood. This is the first time we're seeing, stand by, first time we're seeing what looks to be like this perimeter. Several police officers have, Maricopa County Sheriff that is, have gone just west on McKeillips and are on standby back there. Again, not sure of exactly what's happening. We want to stay live, obviously. We're independent media, and we're bringing it here for the citizens that live and work in this area. So we'll stay alive as long as we can, or if we hear any update that the suspect was captured. Again, armed suspect on the loose somewhere in this area on foot. Incident happening originally at HAWES and McKeillips. That's Maricopa County Sheriff's Office making their way down Ellsworth heading north. Again, we're listening to the scanners, and we heard them earlier stopping a suspect, or somebody that looked like the suspect, I should say. And as far as we heard, that wasn't the suspect. So that would only stand by. That wind is really strong out here. That would only be evident that they're still looking for the suspect. We haven't heard any kind of clear or anything at this moment. We're trying to monitor all X pages for the police department and surrounding areas. Maricopa County Sheriff is on scene, and other police agencies, including MESA. Again, police still are on scene. A lot of unmarked and marked units moving north, south, and east and west of our location. So it's definitely still a fluid scene. If you live in any of these communities, Mountain Bridge area, do yourself a favor. And again, we only request this for you to be safe. Stay inside. Make sure your doors are locked. If you have any kids that come home early on their own, again, if you can get in contact with them, make sure the doors are locked, double locked, windows closed and locked, and be as safe as possible, and stay inside if you can until the all clear is given that the suspect is either apprehended or moved out of the area. Those of you on Citizen, let me just make sure. It's hard to see our phone that we're using for our Citizen app going live, but hopefully we have no issues as far as our battery. If for some reason our feed goes dead on Citizen, please jump over to our Facebook and YouTube or X. Search Valleywide News. Like, share, and subscribe. Those of you sharing it out on Facebook, we truly appreciate it. Without you, really, we're nothing. Citizen, the same thing. You can subscribe to us on Citizen as well. As far as on Citizen, we're on vertical only, so if you want a better view, by all means, jump over to our other social media channels, which we're live on right now. All right, so this is great news. I got to respond to everybody, and those of you that stuck with us through it all, an A+ to you. We truly appreciate it. Although you're seeing still police presence, we just got notification from, stand by, I want to make sure all mics are hot. We just got notification from the Maricopa County Sheriff's Department that after a manhunt and multi-agency response, the armed wanted suspect has been taken into custody. Once again, the armed suspect has been taken into custody. All lockdowns have been lifted at this time. So again, although I can tell you that if you are trying to head west on McKeillips after Ellsworth, it is still shut down, and probably the reason is wherever this suspect was captured, more than likely they're searching for evidence at this time, any kind of evidence, and so on. So the great news is, and we're going to end our stream here now, we appreciate all of our new followers, all of our new people subscribing to us. We are happy to announce that, in fact, the armed suspect has been captured and taken into custody. All lockdowns in the area have been lifted, and there is no threat currently to the community. Again, those of you that listened and heeded the words to stay inside, we truly appreciate it. Again, Valleywide News, breaking news and events here and across the valley. Like, share, subscribe. We're on Citizen, YouTube, Facebook, and X. Once again, Great news is the armed suspect was found and taken into custody, and we give a great shout out to all the police officers and agencies that descended on the scene and quickly put a perimeter around to capture the suspect. This has been breaking news here in Mesa of an armed suspect. Thank you everybody for joining us. We're going to end our live feed here.